What's up? Hey guys. Hey
Hi.
Blythe.
How's it going?
Going good. How you doing?
I'm good.
Good. Well, thank you for coming up on a Wednesday
Yeah.
and be able to kind of share. We thought we would just kind of come online on a Wednesday night because I miss Wednesday nights so bad.
Me
I miss
too.
it so bad. I miss seeing all the people and hanging out with you guys and worshiping with you guys. And so I thought it'd be fun, maybe me and Blythe show up. We do one of my favorite worship songs and one of mine that I love to hear her sing. And I know it's one of your favorite because y'all usually sing this the loudest whenever we have this. And so, and it's appropriate time to sing this song, I think. And so you don't have to sing, but why not? I mean, if you're by yourself, if you're quarantined, you should be able to, right? And if your parents complain, you say, hey mom, I'm singing a Christian song, it's all good.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so we're gonna sing one of my favorite songs, Who You Say I Am. And what a great reminder of who we are. It's good to be reminded of who you are and who he's called you to be and who's called me to be. And so me and Blythe are just going to lead in the song. And then we, on Wednesday night, typically, just kind of let you know the flow. They come in, it's crazy. So we've already been crazy, right? We've already had a little dance party and all that kind of stuff. We got crazy and threw free things away and all that kind of stuff. And then we usually have a game, but that's going to be at the end. I'll explain that in just a little bit. And just be reminded of God's truth, which we'll do also. And so we just thought, we always start with worship because it's so appropriate. It's so wonderful that we get to sing to our King. We get to sing to our Creator. We get to sing to our Healer. And we get to sing to our Comforter. And how awesome and special that is. So, like I said, we'll just sing along. How about that? And so Blythe, just lead us in the song. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
There's a place for me. I'm a child of God. Yes, I am.
nice. That's awesome. I love that song. Hillsong, I think, wrote that. Always writing some great tunes. And so,
Yes.
especially that song during this time, Who You Say I Am.
Mm-hmm.
And I just can't help but to kind of think about that a little bit. What's our Christian response to what's going on in the world, right? No one's ever experienced this. I think Mr. Rock had said, the closest thing maybe during World War days, when people had to be shut in and lights had to be off and just eeriness about it. And so with this, there's still nothing like that's going on. And so I just thought I'd bring Blythe and just kind of ask her one simple question. I think it's a simple question. Since she is a little bit closer to the age of you guys than I am, but just by just a little bit, but she is in a different generation than I am. And what her generation is kind of thinking, like, are you terrified? Are you panicked? Are you secure? Are you worried? Like you're newlywed on top of it, you're freshly out of school and everything else, but you are close to these students' age. And really, if you had to speak on behalf of your generation, which is, what generation you are? Perfect. All right, that'll work. So it's that in between after millennial kind of thing, right? And so whatever comes after millennial, you're that generation. And what if you could speak for them? What would you say? How are you feeling, by the way?
I would say that it's definitely really strange. We all kind of have no idea what's going on. We've never been in any kind of situation like this, but we at the same time have so much connection with technology that it's not incredibly unnatural for us to be using technology as our main source of communication. So I feel like we are still able to communicate pretty well, comparatively speaking, to the other generations. It's definitely a strange time, but for me, I'm not necessarily scared, but the Lord has been teaching me a lot through this time, and He's really just kind of taken away all distractions, all busyness. We all tend to be busy going to school and then going to practices or playing music or all the different things that we're all a part of, going to church and coming home. Even just those things are taking up a lot of time in our life. And now when you just strip all of those things back, you strip it away and you're like, what is it that I really have? What is it that's most important? And the Lord has really been convicting me, that He should be the most important and I should be focusing on Him this whole time. And He's just reminding me that now is the time to be still and know that He is God, that He is in control, and that He knows exactly what's going on.
Man, that's so comforting, because we try to teach that, on our Wednesday nights and Sunday mornings. We try to say, hey guys, things are going to get tough, in this world you're going to have trouble kind of things. But it's so hard to actually experience that. But now the whole world is experiencing it. And for you to say that is so awesome. And God is comfort. I don't know, this past week you were seeing the USS Comfort actually pull in through the New York harbor. And man, just the whole social media blew up over that, right? That they saw some glimmer of hope floating down a river, right? And so people in this world are looking for that comfort. And for you to say that is very comforting. It gives me a lot of hope in the generations, obviously, to come, that we're all looking for some comfort in here. And God says that He is the comforter, right? He offers that. And so as a Christian, we're able to share that with others. And really with this video, that I offer that to say, He is comforting. He is at work. He is showing up. He's doing the things, but He's asking us to do something, obviously.
Yeah.
And He's obviously asking us to put everything up for a minute, be silent, let Him work, let Him do what He loves to do. And through our small groups this past week, and we're trying to think of something maybe topical to go along with this, but how it has just fallen into place through our small group lessons has just been unbelievable. We had the parting of the Red Sea for small group this past week, and we Zoomed actually our senior small group, which was awesome to be able to get together and be able to share and tell some of our guys to learn how to dress appropriately for Zoom, kind of thing. And so that's been kind of fun. And so we were just kind of reading through the parting of the Red Sea, and here's God's people, right? God's people coming up. They've been asked to leave everything they knew, what they knew. So they were slaves to what they knew, and they were busy, and it was getting harder on them. And so God was moving them out and putting them to a place that He had prepared for them. And then they come upon the Red Sea, like going out to the Mobile Bay and saying, all right, this is where God's led you. And they're like, are you crazy? I can't cross this, not with my children, not with all my animals and everything else. What are we supposed to do? Oh, great. You know what I mean? Then the complaints come, right? Yeah. And so Moses does something incredible. He actually listens to God, right? And so I just wanted to read that verse out of Exodus chapter 14, verse 13. And it says in 13, and Moses said to the people, fear not, stand firm. Okay, so he's telling us this today. And see the salvation of the Lord, which he will work for you today. The Egyptians whom you see today, you shall never see again. The Lord will fight for you, and you will have only to be silent. And during this time, I just want to let us know, be reminded that he is at work. When we see that song, Waymaker, like even though we don't see him, he's working, right?
Right.
And he's constantly working, he's constantly moving, and he's doing some miraculous things. He's so gracious to us that that we could take a pandemic like this and that he's gracious enough to bring us back to himself, which is pretty crazy, right?
Yeah.
And so with that, I just want to just say he is comforter. He's allowing this time that we have away from all the sports, all the activities, all the drama things, everything else. I had a friend of mine who's part of the theater department here, and they're like, they canceled that and everybody's distraught. He's allowing us something so precious, which is time, that he's actually drawing us back to himself, to show him that he is the most important thing. And with that, we're going to be in prayer for our nurses, and we're going to pray for our doctors and all the healthcare workers and everyone else that's in that field, first responders, with that. And so we have to do a game, right? We have to.
Yes,
so I'm going to dismiss Blythe for a second, because this is kind of part of the game. Now, I do have a gift card. I think it's going to be an Amazon gift card that you can win. With this, we're going to do a game about making your own quarantine bodysuit, okay? Now, this is not to make light of the whole thing that's going on in the world. This, hopefully, while you're making it, will be a reminder to say, oh, I need to be praying for our nurses, praying for our doctors during this time, but at the same time, kind of have fun, be a little silly with it, a little crazy. I think Blythe has actually stayed up all night preparing for this moment because she thinks that she's going to be the only one that's going to win this or actually do this, be a part of it. But she's making all kind of noise putting this thing together. That you'll be able to actually, you can tag yourself, or you can go on our Facebook page or whatever, but I would say just send me a picture, all right? Send me a picture on my phone. You can even email it to me, rsmith@fbcfairhope.org or rsmith@firstfairhope.org. Send me the picture, text it to me, and then I'm gonna post them up and we'll either all vote for it, or just here at the staff, we'll just kind of say, hey, this is the best one, and then you'll be the winner of that. And so as Blythe comes in with her quarantine suit that looks amazing. Good grief, she got the sword and everything. That's for the 6 foot difference.
What?
Now, she is ready. She is ready. So
I'm ready to win.
Do you think you'll be the only one?
Probably.
Okay.
I think I will.
Okay. Well, silly Blythe, right? That's pretty amazing. If you're at home, can you just give her a round of applause? I'm giving her a round of applause. I'm not really sure.
Kind of heavy.
She did all night worth of work. I don't even know where you got that sword.
Me neither.
So anyway, all right, well, I love you guys so much. Make sure you make your suit this time next week. We will reveal the winner, and then you'll receive that gift card to Amazon to you. So I'm excited about what God's going to do. Don't forget who he is. Don't forget to pray for our first responders, the ones who have to put this garb on every single day. I saw a video. They had the scrubs on. It's like the typical, what they have to do when they're treating whatever. Put their scrubs on, put these little footies on, put gloves on, put a mask on. And then they put this body jacket kind of thing, actually some full-blown pants over it, and a full-blown kind of throwaway jacket. And then they put like a gown on top of it, another mask, another set of gloves. Then they put more of these kind of bootsy kind of things on, and then they put a thing over their head, like a hoodie thing. They tied something else on. It seemed like almost one more, like it's ridiculous what they have to go through.
That's crazy.
Right? So, as you guys are making that, make sure you pray for our first responders. We love you guys. Do we love you guys?
Yes.
We love you guys, and we miss
love you.
And we'll see you soon. Hey, an announcement, because you always have to have an announcement. This Sunday, you will have Sunday school with Mr. Rob. All right, we're so excited about that. We'll have it on YouTube, and we'll try to get it up on the church Facebook page as well. And so that way you can go to that link and you can watch Mr. Rob, which will be absolutely incredible. You don't want to miss it this Sunday, all right? We love you guys so much. And until next time, we'll see you later.
See ya.